Hey fairies! Okay, so I am outside today. I do apologize if it's a little bit windy and the audio isn't, flawless. So today I wanted to talk about love, and I wanted to talk about, the same thing I always talk about, loving yourself first and foremost, because you have to love yourself before you can receive anything that I'm about to talk about. So when you love yourself, right? And I've established this before, and you are radiating this frequency, and you are radiating at a very high frequency for that matter. You are automatically attracting that frequency within itself. So when you look at a person, you may see like their body and their hair and their tone and their demeanor and who they are as a person. But 9 times out of 10, people don't see their energy, right? So when you're looking at a person, you can see their energy, and you can see kind of what they're capable of and their roots of, where they stem from. It's more of like a plant. Like, people are more like plants. So when you are a certain frequency, the universe has no option but to reciprocate that frequency. And I know what you're thinking. I don't get that because I'm such a good person and I'm not getting, what I'm giving. Okay, maybe you're giving too much, or maybe you're giving so much to the point that like you're not giving yourself what you deserve, and so the universe is seeing, okay, so this person is, giving everybody else their energy that they deserve when, when they need to just kind of like be able to give it back to themselves. And it is really hard to do that within itself, because most of the time, like, you just want to cut to the chase and you just want to get to the point where you're automatically reciprocated, but it really doesn't work that way. And not only is it something that you kind of have to do every day, and if you start like falling back, you have to catch yourself, but you also have to you have to be okay with not being okay. And I think that's one of the hardest parts, because I love to get on here and talk about you gotta be happy, right? And you gotta love yourself, and you gotta do this and that. But I understand that I don't always establish, okay, well, I get if you're hurting, but it is really good for you to stand with yourself, stand for yourself in times of need, in times of darkness, in times of pain. Because say even just, and I heard this earlier, this is not my quote, but I heard this earlier. So when you are standing, in isolation, say you're in your hermit era, right? And you're standing in that in itself can be so painful, because you just don't have anybody to look up to, and you don't have anybody to talk to even about, your biggest concerns and even your dreams, and like who you are and what you want out of life, and like, your goals, because nobody around you really believes in that themselves. And I don't think that people are, a certain type of way and workaholics because of the fact that like they don't believe that they can do it. My phone's about to die. I think that people are this way because they think that they don't deserve it, and they think that they can't maintain it, and they think they can't do anything right, and all of these things that are so contrary to the truth. If you believe in yourself and you show yourself every day how you are capable of standing up for who you are, then you're already on the right track of receiving what you are putting down and what you are giving. So I'm gonna cut it here before it dies. And just a quick message, and I do hope that y'all have a good day, and keep it kind, keep it cool, keep it classy. All right, so y'all have a good one.